Welcome. Podcast week 4. Sophisticated. Big thanks, big props to my new IT/graphic designer/tech/assistant, Dia, with a wonderful graphic design on the new logo. Okay, Fist is here Saturday morning, bright and early. Getting back at her. Taking care of business. Last week was it was the week of the beatdown, really. There was no close matchup save for the game of the week, which was a 7-point differential. But it was low scoring. It was pretty weak. All in all, there was a bunch of shit kickings, and I think the closest ones were 20 points, give or take. It was a joke. Week 3's in the books. I went 6-2 in my predictions last week after going 4-4 the first week. Like I said, it wasn't exactly the hardest week, but I got, let's see here. This is going to be, now I know last week I ran my mouth and said this is going to be a short one, and then it ran for 34 minutes. This one is going to be short. No more messing around. I don't got the time. You don't got the time. We're looking at about 15 minutes max. So let's get at her. And I'm going to eat my breakfast while I do this. That's how talented that the Fist is. Excuse me. Rolled up my championship gear today. Sporting Wood back-to-back titles. No big deal. Not relevant, but sometimes you just got to flash it. What's the point of winning a title or back-to-back titles if you can't talk about it? Excuse me. So, last week, really quick. Fist destroyed Slaughter. No-brainer. Hoff whooped on Lotto Corp. Russ whooped on Powers. Crenny whooped on Pollock. Miracle whooped on Sassy. I got that wrong. Reggie beat Mike by 7 or whatever it was in a low-scoring pillow fight. Kenton whooped on Drew. Hammer whooped on Laffy. End of story. There's your week. Beat down. Snooze fest. This week's going to be a little bit different. A lot of close projections again. I guess there was a few close projections last week, but yeah, so a little bit of a different routine here. I've been moved to the morning show. They wanted to put the big personality in the morning show because everyone's listening at that time. Everyone's watching. Like Scotty Rentoul getting bumped around. Oh, all right, Scotty, we need you to hit the 1 a.m. circuit on Sunday night. Anyways, good one. Whoa, zing. Anyways, we've got a couple phone calls today. No big deal. Hammer hasn't replied. I want to get a hold of him, pick his brain. I don't know. He's busy working or whatever, but I know he's going out of town next week, so I don't know if he's traveling or something, but if I can't get a hold of him, and it's not the end of the world, but we'll try and get a hold of Hammer. It was tough to pick a game of the week this week. There's a few close matchups projection-wise, and the bye weeks are starting now, so things are going to get a little greasy. You know, it always does in PG. When the bye weeks start, I mean, these rosters aren't exactly stacked top to bottom, so you got some interesting starts. Some interesting men getting dressed during the bye weeks in pure guts. That's for sure. That's where depth comes in. But regardless, after week 3, we've got 3 undefeated teams still. Myself, Fist, Crenny, and Reggie. After a kind of a controversial point corrections, after it was brought to my attention that we discussed reducing the penalty for a missed PAT, and it was clearly stated on the league page in under amendments. So if anybody's got an issue, refer to that. That's why I put that stuff on the league page, because I don't have a very good memory. So just covering my ass, and it's babe, you're distracting me. It's okay though. Do your thing. Do what you gotta do. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to my lovely wife Tara. By the way, turns 23 today. So anyways, we got 3 undefeated teams, and we got 3 winless teams. Powers, Laffy, and Briz are all 0-3. Ironically, Briz has Powers first. Crenny has Laffy's first. And Mikey has Drew's first. So none of these guys have their firsts. You will lose all the games you want, bro. You're not getting the big boys. You're not getting Fournette. Anyways, no big trades this week to speak about. I think last weekend, Saturday maybe, Laffy picked up Kristen Michael, and Crenny picked up CJ Anderson in a nice deal at the time, I thought, for Crenny, and I still think it's a nice deal. And then Michael blows up for a huge game, making me look like an idiot because I traded Kristen Michael for a backup running back in Detroit, which isn't great. Oh well, season's young, career's young. Never know. All right. Can't evaluate that one right away. Anyways, let's get to the matchups this week. Predictions. Real quick, I'm going to run through this. 2-1, BC Lotto Court versus 3-0 Reggie. I made one note, over. It's over. Thursday nighter, 57 or something to whatever. 11. Yeah, that's going to be a beatdown. Hammer versus Fist. V-Wall versus Miracle. I'm going to skip that one. The game of the week this week, I'm going to throw myself and Hammer in the mix. Projections aren't that close like some of these other games, but guess what? I don't care. I got a feeling this is a big game. Hammer can't afford to go 2 games behind. Or no, he's already 2. He can't afford to go 3 games behind Crenny. And, I'm going for a perfect season. So this is a big game. Every game's big for me. Let me just correct this here. Piece of shit. It's lagging. Maybe I need to move slow. Anyways, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm picking myself in that game. It's a game of the week, but I plan on laying a beat down on him. But that's the 5th ranked guy I had preseason. Started 1-2, and Crenny's 3-0 in that division. Pollock's 2-1 in that division. And Crenny's got a bit of a cupcake this week. He's got Briz, which I'm calling a no-brainer on that one. So I mean, he's probably looking at a 4-0 for Crenny if Hammer falls to 1-3. Siren's got to start going off. That's a scary situation. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. V-Wall versus Miracle. Battle of the 2-1s. This was definitely a contender for game of the week, but they were already both involved in the game of the week previously, and I thought, you know what? Screw it, man. Let's put myself in there. I've been holding back for a couple weeks. And I want to talk to Ham Dog, Ham Bone, Ham Chop. But I got Miracle in this one. V-Wall's running some rough shot running backs out there. Miracle's going to be watching that Jets Seattle game. I'll tell you that right now. He's got 5 players involved in that one on either side. So I'm going to go with Miracle there. I just think he's got a little more weaponry this week. Powers versus Kev. It's another interesting game. Kev makes those big trades for the running backs. Both go down. AP for a lengthy time, and Langford goes down. I don't know. I can't remember how bad it is for him, but I think it's several weeks. I can't remember. Anyways, I made a note here. I guess he won't be making any more trades anytime soon, because when he does, they both get hurt, and the guy's just destined to never own a running back. I think his roster feels more complete when he's running a kick returner out there at running back. Maybe it helps his guys perform. I don't know. It's a mental thing, psychological. But old Kevy boy, I'll be talking to him later on this year too. I gotta get a regular segment with that dude, man. That guy's just fire on the mic. It wasn't so much the first time, but he just needs a little. I think he needs a couple of those to get going. But anyways, I got Powers here to break the 0-3. I think Powers is going to win his first game this week. I got Hoff versus Russ. I got Hoff to win that one. Another close one. Marvin Jones is banged up with a hammy. Rodgers on a bye, but I think he's got Trevor Siemian going against somebody. Terrible defense. San Diego, maybe? I can't remember. Anyways, Pollock versus Mangold. I'm going to take Mangold there. Another close one. Pollock's 2-1. Mangold's 1-2. Another team that I had high in my preseason ranks in Mangold that she's failing to perform just yet, but it's early. I'm going to take Mangold here to go 2-2. Slaughter versus Prugs. I got Laffy to lose again here. It's now Laffy's starting to get some firepower back. I know Gronk's in his lineup currently. He's got he's got Shady in there. He's got some names. Wide receiver's still a bit thin, but he's going to be all right. I believe he's running Eli out there versus Minnesota, which is a bit scary. Minnesota's look really good on D, and particularly in the secondary. I think that could be an interesting game for old Eli. It could be old school Eli this week, with 4 to 6 picks. I got Slaughter there. So I got Slaughter to go to 3-1, and I got Prugs to go to 0-4. And I got Crenny to steamroll Drew, and I don't think it's going to be that close. So that's this week. Now, I did not give my next guest a heads up like I was supposed to. Actually, I will. I'll shoot him a text right now. I'll get Rhonda to send a text out to Reggie to let him know that he's got a couple minutes to prepare. He said, give me a 10-minute heads up. Nah, not in this house. Not in my house. Not up in here. Anyways, and Hammer, we're going to try for Hammer right now. This is the game of the week. He hasn't even read my messages, so I got a feeling that he's not going to answer this. It'd be a shame, but preparing for the interview.
After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound
he must
for
be
more options.
traveling or something. Too bad. Got some good questions lined up for him. Still talk about it. We've got lots of time here. It's only 14 minutes. It's beautiful. Keenan Allen goes down for the second consecutive year. Jimmy's been banged up, underused in Seattle. John Brown is underwhelmed. I was going to ask him what his mindset was regarding all the adversity his team's been running. Professional bullshit. What is the mood in the Polican locker room? I'm not going to read those. But I would like to throw out a new, it might not be a weekly segment, but it might be semi-weekly or however you say that, or it might just be weekly. Who knows? This guy loves the mic. He loves the airtime. He's always got something to say. So, without further ado, excuse me, it's time for the newest segment. Jim, hit those credits. Communications 101.
Bob Dog.
What's up, homie?
GMs. I would like to start this phone call with a 10-second moment of silence for the passing of the butt plug. Hats off if you're wearing them. All right, Bob Dog, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. That's classy. I like that opening. Remember we discussed the name that we were talking about there, Communications 101. It's official. It's official. And I got a billboard.
Dirty. I like it.
Beautiful. How you doing, buddy? 3-0.
Well, it's been a whirlwind of a week. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up on last Saturday morning, was it, or whatever morning it was, and realized that due to the kicker change and stuff like that, I was 3-0, and the win against the UL, huge. It feels good, man, real good. I'm happy. I'm happy how things are playing out. I didn't think I was going to be 3-0. I thought 2-2 would be good after 4 weeks, but getting comfortable with 3-0 right now.
Well,
kind of, what I mean, feet up type deal.
You got your 3-0, which is like you said about the PAT correction, just a stab in the heart of Powers. Like he needed it. But
It was devastating to Powers. But like I said in the message, I don't mean to interrupt there, but like I said in the message, it's the best thing that ever happened to Powers. That being said, I didn't realize that Brisbane had Powers picking, which is just another just devastating blow to Powers. You have a squad like Powers and you don't even have your first. Even the lotto gods would be kind to Powers how bad his squad is. But, I wish Powers the best of luck, obviously. He's had some bad luck with the toothpick and he's in his car yesterday. I drove by, I seen his car there. He messaged 2 minutes after, but it was just, I didn't want to turn around. I was really busy. I had to go home and catch the Jays Red Sox game. And, I hope it worked out okay for him, though.
Yeah. Well, no, nobody wants to help him out, right? It's all good. But you got your three. You go through that little mini roller coaster. You think you could possibly be going to 1-2. Now you're 3-0. Now on Thursday night, you go out there, drop 60 points on Tupper in what I thought was going to be like a really awesome close game. Now it's like, okay, game over. Fun time. Thanks for coming out. Now, what is it going to be like for you? Now you can just sit here with your feet up this weekend, bro. Game over. You're 4-0.
I thought we touched on this last week. Like I said, Tupper has a cute little squad, some young guys, with 3 to 4 years, you might be something. But I told you can't swing with the big dogs, and Thursday night was just an illustration of that. Was I surprised? Absolutely not. Dunlap, he had a good game for me. I was really impressed. I was kind of going back and forth, Donald, Dunlap, but, I figured Miami's terrible, no disrespect, and I figured Dunlap would get to the quarterback, whereas Donald is more of a run stopper. So, I put Dunlap in, he got me 17, no big deal. AJ Green was just, fantastic. I love, in pure guts, I drafted AJ Green. I followed him in college out of Georgia. He's on my squad. He's my favorite. I like him way AJ Green, the guy, I brought up from a little weed, and now he's a beautiful Douglas fir tree, if you will.
You like him more than you like Antonio Brown? Come on, man.
Absolutely. Well, Antonio Brown, I got from who else but Powers. Powers is funny. He sees talent, and he's just like, I got to get this off my squad. Oh, God. It's horrible. So, anyways, yeah, Antonio Brown's a great squad, but, he's an adopted child.
At what point are you going to start worrying about the undefeated season?
Well, Brett, if you fast forward to week 9, I got Cincinnati. I'm playing against Cav, who I'm looking at Cav's projections like this week, and he says he doesn't owe AP no big deal, and then Langford goes down to 4 to 6 weeks. I'm looking at Cav's projections. He's like just over 100 points, so I thought he had really something going, but now I kind of question what he has going on. But if you look fast forward to week 9, I play Cav. I have the Patriots and Tom Brady on a bye. I got Cincinnati on a bye. So right there, you got to take out Tom Brady, AJ Green, and I believe I have another bye as well. So it's going to be a tough weekend. So as of now, I got some work to do. I'm not even thinking undefeated season. Next week I got Miracle. Miracle has Backlund and Ingram, I believe, on bye weeks. So I think I'll take care of him. And I haven't got much further than that. I know the last 3 games of the season are against my division. I've said before, my division is junk, so things are looking good there. I might have a 1 or 2 loss season, but I don't care about that. Like I said before, this team is built for the playoffs. I just need to stay healthy to get to the playoffs, and then I can make some noise. And looking at the teams around the league, there's only one team I'm really looking at and worrying about, and I'm talking to that GM right now.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, buddy. It's going to be fun. I tell you what, though, like we've talked about before in PG and Pure Guts, it's never over till it's over for 1, and for 2, things are going to change. You know that Laffy ain't done. You know that, I'm going to probably make some moves. Hammer's going to make some moves. Miracle's got to make some moves. It's a fluid ocean of fantasy, this league right here. So.
I'll touch on that a little bit. Laffy's going through, and I got to be very careful what I say here about Laffy, because I don't want to end up on the receiving end of a devastating, night-changing, year-changing rap.
I can't have children
Laffy's
anymore.
He's in the midst of a fantasy midlife fantasy crisis, if you will. He thinks, I made 6 or 7 trades last month, blah, blah, blah. GMs aren't trading with Laffy unless the GM is absolutely winning the trade, sorry. So it's one thing to trade. Like I can right now, while I'm taking Parker, relax your body. I could trade, while I'm talking to you, I could probably trade Alshon Jeffrey for a first round pick. Easy, no big deal. Just like, with it I made a trade. But you're gambling. Laffy is going to have to build his team. Through the draft. And he's going to have to go through the same problems that, professional NFL teams go. It's not going to be easy for him. He's going to win some picks. He's going to lose some picks. He has a long road back. He thinks he can just do it overnight. He's dead wrong. And I think he's starting to realize that.
Well, and that's also unproven with Laffy. Laffy has made some great trades. His pro scouting department is fantastic. It's still up in the air to see how his college scouting department is, because he's never really built through the draft yet. He's just made some great savvy moves and gotten lucky a few times. So we'll see. It'll be interesting with that. But I agree. He's definitely got to build through the draft now.
Laffy will be the first to tell you. He's like, I drafted Alshon, I drafted Demarius. Well, guess what, buddy? It's an 18 keeper league, 18-16 keeper league. And those guys aren't in the draft anymore. It's all rookies on you now. So you have the same issues as any professional GM in the NFL has. So good luck to you. And I wouldn't also hold my breath on Miracle making a bunch of trades. Anyways, go on.
That's it, buddy. I'm done. I'll leave the mic with you. If you got anything else you want to say, I'm done.
I'm done. I'm good.
All right, bro.
I'll talk to you next week, Bob. Gotta go.
Later. All right, boys. There it is. Some more venom. From old Reggie. Always gold on the mic. 24 minutes. Not too bad. 25. Better than last week. One of these days we'll get below 20. All right, boys. Enjoy the week. Fist out.